And here we are. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this session again with Oso and Aga. Today, we have a very beautiful topic. For me, this is very exciting, and I know that for many of you as well. And this is demystifying the healing power of the Heyoka sacred drum. So, for people who have been watching these live sessions for the last year, today I am with Oso and Aga. Oso is a medicine man, a Native American, and also an holistic doctor. And Aga, she is an art therapy psychologist, a medicine woman as well. And well, myself, I'm Shamandina 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐀 presenting a project that is called the Arrow Strive, which is a projection of a community project in Poland. And the objective of these meetings are to introduce to people different topics and the connection to the Native American tradition, so that people also can understand brighter or wider how this society, these communities that have been living on and surviving for many centuries, have connection between spirituality, consciousness, and daily life. So welcome again, Aga and Oso. How are you today?
Good, thank you, Jessie.
Good. Aho.
Welcome, everyone.
Aho.
Very good.
Yes, and I see that you have all these beautiful drums behind.
Yeah.
Would you like to tell us a bit about them?
Yeah.
Yes, we will. We have the whole topic outlined here, so we're gonna first do a little introduction about how we usually start different talks, or like when the teachings start, because this is a teaching about the medicine drum. So we always like start the meeting with smudging. So we smudge the room, we smudge ourselves, because we have to communicate good and in a good ways, represent
Peace,
the truth,
love,
and transmit
compassion,
the harmony,
tolerance,
and
harmony,
and love.
And we're gonna smudge the drum that we're gonna use. I don't know which drum you want to use.
This
You're gonna use this one?
today I want to use this. What is it?
By the way, all these drums are handmade by Oso, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So can you
Every
smudge
single
the drum?
one.
Smudge the drum.
Every single one is made by the spirits.
And
Spirits around.
You have the drumstick.
So hello everyone who is joining already. I see here some greetings. How tribe, hello friends from 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 And just to remind you that if at any point you would like to send us any questions or any comments for what we are talking about, so feel free to do it.
Yes. So because as we said, we started teaching, so always we cleanse the space, but as we cleanse the drum as well, because we're gonna use the drum, and drum is considered a sacred object. So whenever we are bringing in the sacred object to the circle, to the talk, to the meeting, gathering, or ceremony, we always smudging this object. So later, when we have to start using the drum, we have to sound the drum in 4 directions. And in every ceremony, you welcome all the 4 directions in the spirits, right? So you do the same thing with a drum. So you just hit in the 4 directions, and some people just hit once, some people multiple times. And this is also a meaning behind it, because depending on the stories of the creation of the drum, this is how usually people would sound the drum, how they beat and strike, because the strike also have meaning. So, and some people use 4 directions with a sound. Some people do the sounding, and then they do the final voice call at the end. And I don't know if you want to sing any song later. So any opening song?
No, opening song like the spirit song to bring the spirits to be, because always in our tradition and our beliefs, it's like we are surrounded by spirits, and the spirits just passing by, see, and any spirits stop, see, because they are very busy. They are very busy doing their own
Their
ways.
job.
Yeah.
Their own job.
So to help us, the spirits, so us the spirits just to passing by, surrounding us, we sending the invitation, and it's actually one of my teachers, Carlos Perez Mandujano, 𝐏𝐶𝐲𝐽𝐵𝐾𝐲 is his name, spiritual name is 𝐏𝐶𝐲𝐽𝐵𝐾𝐲, meaning thunder, Navajo. He was my Navajo teacher. So he says the spirits is 𝐬𝐭𝐢𝐿𝐴, different pronunciations, but it's about invitation of the spirits to surrounding us.
So as I said, when you welcome the directions, you can sound the sound by turning yourself into 4 directions when you're standing. But because I'm sitting, I can hold the drum like that and just choose the 4 directions on the drum to sound it. And at the end of the opening song, you also do the final beating and the vocal final call. And every tribe and every family has their own. So it depends like which tribe you're coming from and which branch. So hoping you could hear the song, because I don't have a professional microphone here. So maybe there was some resonance between the drum and our voice. But I think that also can also now tell the story of creation. And again, because of many tribes, many traditions.
Every group, every family have their own story. And also, I don't know you notice, but you can find drums all over the world. So all the cultures have a drum, different shapes, different meanings, different uses, to use to different ceremonial, to use to play for pleasure, to different ways, like the boom boom of the beating of the heart. See, is very important for the first people to came to this planet
To be connected.
to be connected. I want to share a story about my own people to have to get how to get the buffalo drum. That story is starting with the little boy, little baby, used carried by the mother in the back of the mother, and him listen the woodpecker doing the
Like hitting on the wood.
yeah. So the little boy, the little baby, just wondering what is this noise? Where this noise come from? It's weird, but it's so he like it so much. See, but he don't know where these sounds come from. So later he grow up and he hear in the woods, in the meadows, walking in the meadows, so far, far away. He hear the noise of like that. See the woodpecker. And he was amazed, and he looking for where this noise come from. So the king found was a woodpecker used to hitting in the trunk in the woods, in the trunk of the tree, see, and make holes, and he get amazed about the sound, how the so he have a dreams and asking Creator, for about the sound. Really, really, him love it. Like this is medicine. It's something powerful. So when one night one of the spirits came, the grandpa came and says, "You have the ability to see to the future, little boy." It was actually the name was little Eagle Boy. And the Eagle Boy asking Grandpa, how I can have this sound, how I can play, or how I can really, 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 I love it. And Grandpa says, because you are a good boy, I want to teach you. But you need to talk with our brother, our father, our grandpa, the buffalo. We need. So the little boy went to the meadows and running and found the buffalo. And the buffalo, standing buffalo, and says, Buffalo, I need your help because I want to have a drum to bring peace for the people. I want to have a drum for is what Grandpa told me to talk with you. And Buffalo said, oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
What do you need?
Hundreds of years and so many years, 100 moons and suns behind. People love and people get in peace and make the big community for the drum. So I granted to you my skin. So, but you have to respect me as your grandpa, your forefathers, and also we are together in this task, in this adventure. Okay, tell me what I have to do. You have to take care for me, Grandpa says. Grandpa Buffalo says. You have to feed me, find a way. And myself, when I have to die, you can take my bones, you can take my skin. So in that way, you have to ask the spirits to help you to make you what you're looking for. So you have to work with Chanchega. Chan is the name, Chanchega. And ask the tree of life. The tree of life already, you see where the woodpecker doing this, the sound? you have to go there because you need a hollow tree. There's tree. So he went right away and found the hollow tree, the hollow trunk, and cut it and waiting until Grandpa dies. When Grandpa dies,
The wood was seasoned.
the wood was already there, dry, and so took the skin, but he no can't tie up, see, because the skin of the buffalo is very hard, very, very thick. So how to ask for the eagle and also the bear and also the wolf and the elk, the deer. So the one of each side, how to pull it, see? The four directions, how to pull it by asking wolf to make the holes in the skin, see, with the teeth, the fangs, and make
Yeah.
it one,
Wow.
2, 3, 4, right? All the way around. And later, with his own fangs, pull it. The bear with the with the claws, the eagle with the claws too, the talons, and the deer, the elk, pull it too. See, and later when was and the wood use tie up. See, with the using the umbilical cord. See, umbilical cord
Wow.
for the them found it. See, the umbilical cord for what is the animal we missing here? Mm, okay, I tell you later. and and using the umbilical cord to tie up, see, the drum. So later the drum was done. The spirits of these animals, of these was everything done, and can play the first song. See, and after you play in the first song, then see then created life of Chanchega, creating the life of the drums. So it's a new life, and so how to hear the voice, like you see when the baby's born, cry.
Mm-hmm.
So the drum how to have a sound, yeah.
Its own
So
voice.
own voice is a new life, eh? And play
Mm.
like that. You hear the resonance, the vibration, and go like that. So then put some ashes, some dirt, some pieces of earth in the top, and leave, and the drum can connect it and communicate it with the people,
Mm-hmm.
with Ego Boy. So we start making the pattern, see? And the pattern says, I am alive. I am
Wow.
ready to play. So, because in the ancient times, the animals can talk with the people can talk with the animals, and the
Mm-hmm.
own languages. Also, the drum have the vibration, and the vibration painted the letters, like runas, like symbols there. So you can see the symbol, and the symbol is what it says, I'm ready.
Mm.
I'm
Wow.
ready to play with love, peace, compassion, tolerance, and play the first song. See? Why, So
Aho.
the first songs, they don't have words. They don't have only was sounds and melody. And so is the connection. And this song is still alive until today. Then called piercing song in some tribes. Then called the give up song. Also the let it go song. Or another is a forgiveness song. Using as a forgiveness song to forgive myself and forgive everything around. How many times you have to forgive somebody to hurt you? So many times. Okay? It's the only way you can live in peace. If you don't forgive, you don't can live in peace. Okay? No meaning like you have to accept everything. No, you have because you have to put your mind, your body, and spirit in peace. Okay? And later the spiritual ways, all the spirits around help you to survive and live in peace and harmony. So the spirits help you. This is why the drum is very important because all the spirits give to the humans the drum and participate to make the alive baby, see, to help us to connect and ask for the creator to help us and creator how to listen and enjoy the melody and says, oh, my son needs something, and then sends help. So everything just leave to creator. Creator know how to do and treat his own children's. So this is why is the meaning of the drum. The meaning of the drum is peace, is harmony, is tolerance and healing. This is how we can heal. Yeah. And don't sell anything is not yours. Don't exchange anything don't belongs to you. Yeah. And this is peace. Yeah. Okay, this is
Well, thank you
one
for the
story.
story. Yeah, it is very beautiful to start seeing like the instruments, right? Like not only as an extension of ourselves, that's for musicians, for people who like to connect with music, but that this is like a gift from the spirits, like a way how we can communicate directly with them.
Mm-hmm.
Incarnation of spirits and guides here with us.
Yeah. Also, okay, you have something important to say.
Important, everything is
Yeah.
important. Yeah, some of the symbols, like, because this story is about the woodpecker, so some people when they're opening the singing, they do this because it represents the spirit of the woodpecker who originally guided the young man to create the drum. So this is the calling of this animal spirit, the woodpecker. But sometimes people just use this for the opening, which represents our own heart and our own heartbeat. And other people use the sound of Mother Earth, which is more like a one-sounded heartbeat. So it's... And of course, there are many more for different ceremonies, but these are just like the three that I wanted to mention. And
every
as
family
also,
have their own beat, and also to ask for ask permission. This is asking permission to the and connecting with the spirits, reminding the spirits how starting the story. Yeah. The humans, we are so good. We like to tell stories and also to hear stories. This is why the drum is representing the storytellers and remember how was the ancient times and also the future generations to come. But we don't know. what is the way the future generation was the taking for the road for the future, hoping then take peace and love and be together, make communities and peace and love, working, helping each other and understand each other. Yeah, I think it's my feelings, but I don't know. We humans have the ability to go in different ways and different directions. Mhm. Yeah, how okay.
Aho, thank you, Wewe. I will just read two comments
I'm sorry.
that we have. Say like we play together a song, and that's lovely. And I feel with your story as if I was sitting on my great grandfather's knee, immediately transforming to a curious child. So thank you for everyone to go with this journey with us. That's beautiful. I also felt to take my drum,
Okay.
a drum that it was a gift from Wewe and Aga, and that also has its own name. And I feel big love and respect for this drum. Every time I see it, I can sense his own consciousness. So I'm also glad to join in all this um, improvisation of your singing and your drumming. Also, Aga.
Yes. So as we were saying, meaning behind it, and as the process evolves from the moment when you receive a call or you receive a vision or you go to the vision quest or you're going through the rites of passage in your puberty and you receive the call to make the first medicine drum, and of course for some people happens later in life. The drum as a sacred object, as also says, is the creation of a live being, and that's why you always have to take care for it with love, like you would be taking care for a child or for the elder, with attention, with respect and kindness, and as it represents healing, represents community, represents peace. And it's used in ceremonies and gatherings. It also represents the connection of the human with the spirit world. And the meaning of the hide, because in different tribes, depending where they live and which animal hide they're using, there is the meaning of a spirit animal. But generally speaking, whichever animal sacrifices itself and gives the material for the drum, it represents the generosity and the kindness and the sacrifice that it gives to us. That's why we have to treat it with respect and appreciation. And then the meaning of a tree, again, this connection between the earth and the sky, and the symbol of tree of life as well. And the symbology of the sacred tree, and again, with different tribes, the sacred tree of life would be represented by different trees, because in some tribes it would be cedar, in some it would be cottonwood, right? Or black walnut or cherry. Like it really depends, like where people live and what kind of ceremonies they're doing. But again, it's the base. The sacred wood, the chanchega, is the symbology again of the connection of the human and the spirit world, and all the cycles of life, right? As it represents the tree of life. And then the circle itself, because the trunk is round of a tree, so it represents the sacred hoop of life that is always used in all the ceremonies. And you can see that in many ceremonies there are drums present. There's always the structure of 4 circles of life. So the frame of the drum is the first circle, and then the drummers built the second circle around the drum, and then the women stand behind the drummers, and then behind them the 4th circle is the community. So as we have 4 directions, there are like 4 circles of life in the ceremony surrounding the drum. And then the important thing that we already mentioned is the heartbeat of a drum. So different heartbeats mean different things. But how we hold the drum, and it's important to use natural materials, like really use the trunk of a tree, the raw hide, and tie it up with either sino or with some people tie it up with the intestines, right? Mm-hmm. And some people just cut out from the skin like a spiral, and then when they wear it, it's more elastic, and they tie it up with that. But all the materials are natural, so you have to take care for this, because it is a living being, but it is made of the natural materials. So you have to smudge it. You have to use the fat to keep the skin moist, and usually the indigenous people are using the fat of the bear. But there are also
how do you use the fat to keep it moisture? Like each certain time, like once per year, like in any condition, or it depends on the weather? If you are in winter or in the jungle, for example.
Yeah. So depends where you live. In the beginning, when you create your drum, you should do it 4 times in a year. So as the seasons are changing, so then you would choose maybe like eclipse and solstice to mark the change of a season, and then you smudge it, you put it in the warm place, you put the oils, and you do it. Some people also do, because we're gonna talk about the ceremony of waking up the spirit of a drum. So the same medicine that people use as offerings during the awakening ceremony, or people call birthing or birth of a drum ceremony, they would rub the skin of a drum with the same offerings that they brought. But now, you have to remember that it's alive, so you have to give it a voice. You have to keep playing it, but you need to give it also the time to rest. You need to keep it in a dry place so it doesn't get crooked from the moist. So you have to protect it either with blanket or a special bag, and smudge it, and we say. So as we mentioned, like usually the first drum is done after the vision quest, or before or after rite of passage in the puberty, and very often the first drum is given away to the elder or the mentor in the family, or sometimes people would keep it for their children or for their grandchildren, keep it in the family to pass it on. And also there's certain symbology that is used on the drums. Like you can see, we have some patterns here on this one, which is this is the Toltec tradition. Don't move, baby. Bring this maybe to the sun.
Which one?
Oh, this one.
This?
Yeah. Like, so sometimes people paint depending on the vision that they get in the ceremony, in the vision quest. Like this is the symbol of the spirit animal owl. Sova. and it has also the symbol here, which I saw in a vision. I don't know what it means, but I saw it, so I included it.
You painted this one, Aga?
Yes. Yes. So the symbols that I saw in the vision, I put on the drum. But sometimes people put during the awakening ceremony, when the drum is sounded the first time, certain symbol is coming, or the name, and they would give them this name to the drum, and they would paint this as the spirit of a drum, the name of a drum, right? But you can put your own spirit name. Like, for example, like your name is Tonal Xochitl, you can paint the symbology of the sunflower in the Native American tradition. And some people put the symbols from their date of birth, like astronomic. So depending on which year they were born, what symbol they are, they would put this symbol and incorporate it in the drum.
So, and it's to use like the symbol of the date of birth because it is enclosing the destiny, right? Like the information of what is the destiny of the person according to the date of birth.
Yeah.
Yes, because the drum is the extension of you, of your heart, and of your connection to the spirit. So some people like to do it that way. And but you can also include, for example, the spiritual names of the lineage of the people in your family. You, for example, you want to put your sister, you want to put your mother, you want to put your grandma, and then you would put their spiritual names in the representation of something, because somebody's name, meaning of the name is flower, somebody's name means rainbow, somebody's meaning something else.
And is there any preference when it comes for a boy or a girl to have their first drum, or is the same? Like will be just
it's not. Yeah, it's different. I don't know. Now your question is that look, this is dual. See, duality is one part here, one part here, also representing the tree of life. See.
And the drums here, can be tied up in a different way, right? Show me for a moment. So like you can see, like looking at this drum that way, it's like duality, left and right.
Wow.
But looking this way is tree of life with the branches and the roots.
This is for the four direction. See, the four direction also is the tree of life. See. And also have a stone in the middle, the vibration for the energy. See, when you took it, when you play, see?
When you're holding it?
Holding, so for sure, you know the going and the middle finger, see? This middle finger is the heart, see? The line of the heart going to your heart, see? So also, it is tie up. Also, I want to explain for you is not all the drums, because it's for different.
And this is like the cross only, right?
Yeah, so this is the cross. See, it's a cross about the four directions.
Yeah, so you can see this is the representation of four directions.
Yeah.
So there are different ways to tie them up. So we also have this. Double-sided drums are usually used in the temazcal, in the sweatlach, in the nipi. And usually they're made of the very thick skin, usually buffalo, because it's very resistant for the moisture. And they're tied up in that way, like crisscrossing. And one of the lines means feminine energy, the other masculine.
And it has the symbols also.
Yeah. And there are symbols painted on the frame. You can see.
Wow! So that really
this
any ceremony when you are playing this kind of drums that contains all this symbology.
So there are different symbols here. I don't know if this is a good camera to show it, but
yes, it is visible.
Yeah.
Also, all these drums are ceremonial drums for different ceremonies. So one of the drums are for wind. See, wind drums. What is all the drums you see is windy drums, because it's interacting with the wind. See, with the air, with the wind. See the vibration. So it's the wind, so the sound, the moving energy around. See? So also is water drums, to using water, to put water inside and sounds. I don't have any, but okay, but it's hard because I have to tie up and untie, because I have to liberate the water. The water always have to be free. See, never have to
So there
keep
is a
it.
special ceremony to
See?
tie up the water
Yeah,
drum.
it's a
Oh,
special
okay.
ceremony. So this is the water, and also it's fire drums.
Yeah,
See?
so
Yeah,
we have a
wow,
fire
never heard,
drums
I've
here.
never
Mhm.
seen that.
See? See
A
the
fire
fire
drum.
drum? You put the fire inside
Oh, wow,
here and keep the fire
beautiful.
to tie up
So,
the skin.
so we have this
Mm.
coming.
Yeah.
And you have the openings here, see? So you place it in the opening. So this way the skin gets tied up by the fire. I don't know if you can see it. You see the opening?
Right here.
Mm-hmm, yeah, yes, it's
Yeah.
visible.
Yeah. This is fire drums.
Wow.
So is the elements. You see something right here? See,
Mm-hmm,
this is
yeah,
like a lining, like
yes.
lining to go the energy go to the earth
Mm.
and also come back from the earth. This is how they're representing the another one right here. See,
Mm-hmm.
I
The
have
arrow up.
another one here. See, you can see here. See,
Yes, we can see it. It's visible.
see,
Mm-hmm.
have like an arrow. See, and go up, see, and go also go down, go up. See, the interaction with Mother Earth is called like a terrestrial drum. See, the interaction with the Mother Earth. So this is for different ceremonies. So every ceremony has their own drum. So and also you have the person who have to to make this kind of drums, how to get a teacher, talk with the grandpas for every single detail. What is the use for every single drum? Because not all the can use in all the drums for the same ceremony. If we don't have nothing else, we using the what we have. But if we have already know
Options.
to do it, you have to know what ceremony you have to run and use the exactly to enhance the energy around. Yeah. So this is about the different kind of drums.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So as we mentioned, the ceremony when the new life is being created and you make the drum already, then the community is gathering for the ceremony, and you have to take responsibility of receiving this medicine, receiving this drum, and understand that you have to protect it, you have to care for it with love, and you have to build the connection, the pure connection between your spirit and the heart. So as we mentioned earlier, there is a symbology of umbilical cord, how the drum is being born. And to the ceremony, as always, there are different offerings that people bring, again, depending on the tribe. Some people bring fruit.
Flowers.
Some people bring flowers. Sometimes they make the special altar from the flowers to create like a carpet, like a blanket on which they present the drum. So you always have to put the drum face up, never down, never standing, never hanging. So it always has to be resting, like resting on a pillow, resting on a blanket. So depending, like sometimes in the for example, for all the Lakora ceremonies, they bring water, the cherry juice, they bring the corn,
And the meat of the tanka.
Meat, buffalo meat, yes. And as I said, mostly in Mexico they bring fruit, right?
Yeah, fruits
and they bring copal, they bring flowers. So then the drum is being blessed with all the offerings. So sometimes people put on the skin the water or the juice or whatever they brought as the offerings is being offered to the
Wow.
drum. Yeah, and then you have to sound the drum for the first time, and again, it's different practices in different circles. Sometimes it's the circle of the elders, sometimes you do it yourself, but it's always the four directions: acknowledgement and asking for permission, connecting with the spirits. Sometimes when your drum reveals the name, then you sound the name and you do the naming ceremony for the drum as well. And then you after that ceremony, like when you take the drum home, as we mentioned too, like 4 times a year, you would repeat the ceremony yourself. Like you would put the offerings and you would rub the skin with all the offerings, and then you would put the oils and all of this stuff. So,
It's like celebrating the birthday, right? Of the drum.
yeah.
Happy birthday, the special days to prepare ceremony.
Yeah. You can sing happy birthday too.
I will do. Thank you for that.
Yeah, so remember to protect your drum. Like sometimes people, like even the standing drum, you see we have it protected with the red belt, and we wrap up in the red blanket or cloth, or we have the bags made of the skin. So to make sure that each drum is safe and protected. Also, like whatever, if you have any like medicine that is being used in the ceremony, like herbs, flowers, copal, like, and it's being used in the birthing ceremony for blessing the drum, then you can collect all the medicine. You can make like a pouch or sachet or the medicine bag or just the little prayer tie, and you can keep it together in the back with the drum. Some people tie it up at the back of the drum, and as they play, when the offering falls off to the ground, it means the Mother Earth took the offering. And, yeah. So I don't know if there are any questions.
Yes, I would like to share one of the questions from Caio, I think. It says, "Dear Oso, I wonder if there are any connections between the drum and the moon in the Lakota tradition, especially the full moon."
Yeah, because most of the time in the ancient times take 28 to make the drum, and also most of the time also the stick to play is made out of the buffalo ribs. The buffalo have 28 ribs. It's incredible, but have 28 ribs, and his anatomy. And there is a cycle of the moon. See, this is the cycle of the moon. So the stick or is used as with the moon. With the also is the 4 directions or the 4 is about taking 7 parts. See, 7 parts. So 7 times 4 is 28. It's 28 days for representing the cycle of the moon. So this is how it's 7. This is why when we are in the 𝐶𝐲𝐻 and the inipi, we put 7 stones. See, every round. Or the first stones is 7. And we blessing representing exactly the cycle of the moon, which is 28. The days. So also representing the energy of the woman, and because the woman is very attached to the moon, and so the cycles of the woman is always in 7. 7 days she's very happy. 7 days she is contemplating. 7 days she's very busy cleaning everything. The another 7 days she changed. Every 7. It's the biorhythm. It's in 7. The woman's is like that. So the cycle also of the woman is in 28. See,
Yeah, because also
the
the
cycle.
energy of the water is connected with the woman, right? Because
Yeah.
in the pregnancy we have the waters, and but also the moon influences the tides if the water of the oceans.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we really the how the women are connected with the moon definitely influencing, but like I think that many people say or think that women are connected with full moon, but in many Native American traditions it's actually not full moon, it's the new moon. Because full moon is still the reflection of the sun.
Yeah.
So this is the masculine energy. So when the moon is black, when it's new moon, this is the feminine energy.
Also, the earth is growing. You're planting everything in the new moon, everything is growing so good. See, you're planting in the full moon, and it's hard to grow. You know the seeds, because it's also the cycles of the earth. Is
Uh-huh.
is
Is
with
there
the
any
moon.
way to explain how will the energy feel like if we are playing the drum, for example, during the full moon?
Like what?
How the energy will react or will behave?
Okay, it's
Explain that.
there's two energies in the world. It's a duality. One is expansion, see,
Mm.
and another one is retraction. You know, contraction. So the new moon, when it's dark, start expanded. See,
Mm.
and the full moon starting shrinking. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you can see what is this season start the earth start expanding. See, so the green start coming, the leaves and the trees, and pretty soon you have to be populated, and it's hard to see, you know, to let the sun go in the earth because the trees growing. It's expansion. And
Mhm.
later in the winter time is contracting,
Mhm.
retracting, and all the trees are skinny, and you can see the branches and the leaves disappear, and everything just shrink. See, we says in our language, title get small. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
So
also.
it's the maximum. Is the maximum of the contraction.
Yeah.
So it's the blackness.
Yep.
It's the how they call it, the void, right? Or the
Mhm.
negative. And then from there it starts the positive. Like
Yeah.
you can see also this symbology in the ancient Chinese yin and yang, where the symbol reaches the maximum of the luminosity. There's maximum expansion of light of the white color. Then it also has a drop of the black, because it just starts to evolve, and it's like that one energy becoming the other through contraction and expansion.
Another example is the humans. You see, when the baby is born, start growing, start developing something, to get growing like teenager, handsome, and later, you know, like a juicy. But later, starting losing the weight, losing the juices, and start getting old until they start drinking, get smaller, and even start have a less energy. See, this is the cycle in nature.
So maybe it's like if we have a full moon and if we are playing the drum, because we have like all this light from the moon, so then the sound, it is like making a contraction of our own energies, like collecting it in the center of our being, instead than expanding the personal energy around.
Yeah,
Can be
yeah,
like that?
like it. Actually, thanks so much you mentioned that, because tonight we have a eclipse,
Yes,
a
we
moon
do. And
eclipse.
full
It's
moon.
very powerful. I feel the eclipse maybe 4 days ago.
Me
It's
too.
very powerful. So we celebrate the New Year, Mexican New Year, the
You
Aztec
mentioned.
New Year yesterday. So today is the second day. Yesterday was the first day. And different cultures then have different calendars. And also the calendars is exactly how is the movement about growing and shrink. See? Now starting in the calendar system to grow, to planting, to start growing something. I noticed when I was in Poland also then have the ceremony of the fire ceremony to announce everything is starting growing. Yeah, and I see the ancient Celtic people even then have this coming week or this weekend the ceremonies there, and because it's a Celtic people.
The St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
we celebrate here
some
on the
Patrick,
17th, I think.
yeah, but then celebrate close to this time. This is because then running this calendar. And Poland, I think, then running something similar because there was very ancient culture. And I get amazed. I read so many books around Europe, European people, and I get amazed in all the information the Polish people have still until today. See? Maybe some, I don't know, some maybe, I don't know, from Poland, people coming, the new people. But some people are natives from receive the information for so many generations and then keep it because it's in the genetics. Then they don't choose, like go to the market and get now I want to have this genetic information. No, you get the genetic information you want or don't want it, you get it. So you are in the pack, like your battery.
The package.
In the package, yeah, like the battery for inside of yourself to move your systems. So this is how I see. Yeah, is another question? Or only one question? Who asked the question? Mayu? Or something like that?
Jesse, you muted yourself.
Yes, yeah. So we have just some comments, not exactly questions. Yeah, the questions are from 𝐞𝐞𝐲𝐚, I believe.
The name is 𝐞𝐞𝐲𝐚, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you have another one?
No, not for now.
Also waiting for
I have a question for you for the end. I have a question for you for the end. But do you have something else in the bullet points for this?
No, that's all we wanted to share.
So I can ask you this question.
Yeah.
I wanted to know how it happened that you felt the calling to make drums. Because I imagine that, don't know, somehow you felt like you would like to make one drum, and then you made like other kind, and then you made all these 4 elements drums, and they are so diverse, each of them like embodying spirits in the drums. How it happened for you, this call, 𝐬𝐬?
I think I was very small. I born in the place the people working with skin. It's all recognized all over the world. The place I born called Guanajuato, and it's so many people working and making shoes, making
beautiful
bags,
saddles
and
for the horses,
clothes, almost everything out of skin. So when I was small, I like to play. See. And I get the story. I think was my grandpa or somebody told me the story. How was the first? One of the stories about how was the first people or how them found the sound, and the sound coming from the rat and the bird. See. So the rat was eating something, making the rat, how it says, bloated, and the rat was playing like this. See? And the bird thinking like the rat was just making the tempo, and the bird started chirping like it. And some human just listen. the sound and go to check, where this sound is coming from. And found that the radius was playing and the bird singing. So he decided just to make a small drum, see, very tiny, a small drum, and him is how him starting. The story is how him starting, like. Yeah.
Wow, beautiful.
So and myself, I get amazed about it, and the people to play like that, then called tundito. See,
Okay.
tundito meaning like a little chubby
Oh,
boy. It
Tundita.
meaning chubby boy. So then called tundito. And myself, I want to do it. See, because I hear the story and I make
Mm.
is my first drum. Actually, I think I have it. I still have it.
Really? Wow, lifetime companion, lifetime friend.
Yeah, I have it.
Oh,
I have my first drum. See, this is my first
wow,
drum.
this is your first drum.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's very because
Tiny.
tiny. It's for
mm,
children. It's a children drum. See, so I found in the market the frame. See, this is
mhm.
the frame was for something else, and I make my own. See, and I was playing like that. See, was
Wow.
my first drum, and later, see, this is my first pipe also.
Oh,
And
mhm,
my first pipe was like that, was a head of eagle, see? And
mm.
also the from the pipe is the smoke and coming out and make a buffalo.
Buffalo.
You see the buffaloes?
Yeah, you painted this wagon, right?
Yeah. And
And you put also your names at the back, your spirit name.
yeah, my spirit name.
Like
Yeah.
inside of the drum, you put it.
The parte.
Yeah, yeah. It's was talking about was just maybe 10 years old, around maybe 10 years old.
Oh,
So
wow.
this is how I starting, and
Mhm.
later I found more about drums and playing drums, and later some people even saw me. I make drums and then order to me these babies,
Mhm.
The big
the
one.
big ones. See?
Mm.
And because it's hard for people to make,
Because
it's
it's
not
all the
easy.
trunk of the tree. Right?
It's the tree. It's the trunk of the tree. Look at this. This you can see the another one. This you see is harder to make it.
Yeah, it
It's
may
different.
require a lot of, well, a lot of love and patience and love. Yeah, love to do it.
Yeah, and also the water drums is different technology, different techniques to make
Mm.
a water drum. I don't have any here because it's in the basement, so it's hard to. But I and also every single drum have a philosophy in.
Mm. Mhm.
So, and it's hard to explain why this is the meaning of this drum, okay? And also what is the meaning of this? This is setilistly. They call setilistly because it's the earth, the four direction of the earth. You see, this is representing the bones, and also the drum. See why we have to protect the drum like that with the red cloth, and what is this is a fire drum. See, this put the fire here to keep the top always tie up. This
Mhm.
is why, and also interact with the fire, and also it's a philosophy inside. But I think it's because it's very long stories. It's not enough just 1 hour. I think
Yeah.
it take more time. If somebody is interested, we can talk about every single drum, how
Yeah.
like today
Well,
we
this
talking
summer,
about
right?
general.
We will tell to people right now about this gathering that we are having, the birth of the drum, this sacred ceremony. So this will be an opportunity for them to get to know more, to experience it
Yeah,
also, everything that
yeah.
we are sharing today. But I will ask you one more question before we explain to people about this gathering and ceremony. So,
Mhm.
Justina, thank you for being with us. Also, Justina, always. And she's asking, is the drum used for altering brainwaves in the Native American culture?
Yeah,
What?
for the healing. Yes, because
Yes.
it's you can when there are also different ways of I don't know if people are teaching it, but there are different ways of holding the drum at the back, and different ways how you can even touch with your fingers the skin or play with the sinos, the stretching laces that are here at the back, and some people make different sounds, but also you can press the skin while you're playing, and it will create a different sound. So because it's there are so yes,
Yes,
so there are even in the ceremonies, in the different ceremonies, they use the drum in a specific way, holding, stretching the skin, and striking the stick. So then it creates the like a different, like you can say like binary sounds, or and it, but it puts your brain in a different like meditative state, or different waves, like you go into like deep meditation, or like I don't know, they call alpha state, or right, or beta or theta. So it's a different ways to put people in the meditative trance, with different ways of drumming, how also was showing. You want to show one more time? No, the way how you play.
No, I think
You want
this
to
is
do
much better. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. This change the sound, change the
vibration?
vibration. Yeah. And let me see. This. I don't know. You appreciated the sound, and
Yes, yes, I think we can hear it well.
and we using in the moment when we are and get the ecstasies, the enhance. This is why myself, I don't want to take any plant or anything to for the persons to damage the body. See, you can work because this is from the pineal gland, the glands, the to pituitary, to have the colors. See, and you can have the colors, and used to have to working and the with the sound and the vision, and you start seeing colors and moving and but you need really you need to focus and also and make a ceremony like that. Right now it's hard how you can make it. See, but you take people
It's
taking
good to drum in the darkness,
yeah, drumming in the darkness, taking some plant or something, but this is you damage.
Alternating.
Yeah, yeah, like Aga says,
Mhm.
but then have secondary effects because later you have to deal with the plant or herb you take. Yeah,
Or
it's
the spirit.
I know it's more easy because you go in there right away,
Mhm.
but natural
We can do it by
is
ourselves.
possible to do it, and it's for healing ceremonies. It's not
Mhm.
just to enjoy and get the ecstasies, get everything, and just to enjoy, just to pass time. See, it's not. It's energy to cure like Alzheimer's, to cure like diseases like mental diseases and also stress and yeah. So in our culture always is that part she's talking about and natural, used with sound and but I know it's hard to do it. It's more simple and easy just to get 1 kilogram of happiness in Walmart or in another store and buy or, like this happiness. Maybe you can find different blue happiness or red happiness, and you right away you get happy and get in the mood. See, yeah.
So
So this
yeah,
is. Mm,
that's
yeah.
right. Thank you, Ewi, for sharing that. And yeah, so of course, right, whenever we are in a ceremony and we are led by different sounds of the drum as you are just playing right now, so our brain start to dive into different frequencies, right, like gamma, theta, beta frequencies, and this state also with the intention and the environment that is created, so it is supportive and open for the healing, for the prayers, and that's why these spaces are that powerful and transforming for people. So thank you very much for that and for all the teachings. Justina was mentioning that this is so informative. There is a lot of very interesting information that I personally I find it very valuable, and I think people will find it in the same way. So would you like to share a bit about this gathering we are planning? Because this is an introduction of something that everyone who would like this summer to experience it together with also Aga in the ceremony that is the birth of the drum.
Yes, so this summer in Poland, between end of June and beginning of July, we will be gathering for different ceremonies. We're gonna start with Vision Quest, 7 days. There is a prayer while you're fasting, in sitting alone. And at the same time, we are holding another space within this week, which is the Sacred Hoop of Life ceremony, very beautiful, working with the 4 elements. And then we are planning to do the birth of a drum ceremony. So whoever would like to create a medicine drum feels the call and would like to create the drum.
Get your own.
We would need to also know earlier because it's about materials and organizing. Like last minute sign up doesn't work for this workshop. We have to know a month earlier who wants to do it. Yes, so we're going to be teaching the ways how also is tying up the drum. So I think that it would be hard to make the natural frames because you have to season them for sometimes years. Sometimes they need to be fixed. They're crooked. We even bury them in the ground. Later we retrieve them from the ground. We season them again. So it's a process when you're working with a trunk of a tree. But we can use the natural wood frames and skin and sino or to tie up. So we're not going to be using any synthetic laces or ropes. It has to be natural. And then we will do the birthing ceremony. So all the things that we described, like how to revive the spirit, how to wake up the drum, how to give it a name, how to read the symbology from the first sounding, all of this will be included in that ceremony together with cleansing, meaning inipi temascal, teachings about the drums, different ways, different drums. So I think it will be a lot.
Yeah, and I want to give a thank you to 𝐞𝐞𝐲 to interact with us. Thank you so much, 𝐞𝐞𝐲, and thank you so much at Simply and hoping you have a nice and beautiful eclipse tonight. Enjoy the eclipse,
Mhm.
and also we need more questions or for the next talks for yeah. And also I ask you for press something you have somewhere there, and
Thumbs up
yeah.
Sharing this
and share.
video.
I don't know how you call, but it looks like this.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, it looks like this. Yeah, yeah. So press
Thank
there
you.
and help us to know you are there, or send us the message where you are, and
Yeah, please connect with us. If you would like to
and
be on our mailing
ask a
list,
question. Yeah.
you can send a message through our pages, the Arrows Tribe. You can write to Jesse, Shamu and Dina. You can write to me. We always put all our names everywhere on our events and our stories. So whoever you're gonna reach to, you can send your
Mhm.
email so we can
Mhm.
send you more information about upcoming events and what else?
Yeah. So
Yes,
I
also we
call.
have like a personal Telegram group, so
Yeah.
everyone who is using Telegram also there. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
for now, all our community is there because it's people who also was the last year in the previous Temascal. So we are also sharing there and interacting. So if you would like to be part of any of those, feel very welcome. And yeah, from my side, I would like to invite again, yeah, to connect these that also and Aga are sharing. It is for me how we can start really living the life as a ceremony, even for those people who already have a drum, really to go through this process. I believe it's something that meaningful that as also say that he has the drum that he made when he was 10 years old. It is something that it really creates like a strong anchor in life.
Mm-hmm.
For the drum I did not went through the full ceremony of the birth, and I already have like a strong heart connection with it. So I can imagine how it is to really make it in this way. And as Aga mentioned, we will not only like understand and learn and start connecting from every single part of the drum, right, and go through also these stories, the stories connected to the creation, the cosmos, and the old traditions is
Mm-hmm.
something very beautiful. We are also making together sweat lodges. We are making together ceremonies, and we are doing this process together. And
Mm-hmm.
also from the experience that we had in the last TEOTLAK, one night we improvised like a shamanic jam session, and also an Aga went into a beautiful trance state with the drums and with the singing, and everyone who felt was open to participate, and really something truly special was created there. So if you would like to experience something like this is the opportunity. And I want to thank you again for all this sharing. Also to everyone who feel to keep supporting Aga, and also we have our fundraisings as well, links in the pages of the Arrows Tribe. Any contribution is always meaningful for us. So feel free, and thank you for that as well.
Mm-hmm. Aho.
Aho.
One more thing. I want to change the name for this symbol. This symbol has the name has to be win-win.
Wing wing.
Win-win, because everyone to press this
Like,
this symbol is a winner and make
A
everyone
winner.
wins. Yeah. This is one. Another one is about the
Wonderful.
project. Shamu and Dina mentioned about the project. About the project is for the next year. Is the first year for the next season. We starting counting the new account. For the calendar, and we have the project to make the 10,000 drums in Gathering. 10,000 drums.
Wow.
This is why everyone have to make their own drum,
Let's make
because
it.
we need to have in one place
Wow.
10,000 drums playing and the same moment. See,
We will
just
shake
imagine
the earth and
to
we will
send
change
this
different
energy to the
dimensions.
universe. See, So
Yeah, we have to make a
something in the
gathering somewhere
universe
with us,
gathering and the mountain. Yeah.
Let's make it.
or
Let's
at
make
the
it
ocean.
happen. Let's make
Yeah.
it happen.
So we will have to this year. It's a closing here on the first 13 years of transitional period, when the first whole cycle of the calendar ended. Now starting in 2012, counting 13 years. Now the last closing is gonna be also the ceremony of the flower. So together with the awakening of the heartbeat of Mother Earth for healing and peace. So we haven't decided yet when we're gonna do this, but I think it would be beautiful to have like a big open space. Like I think that maybe the beach would be the best, because it's
Wow.
10,000 drums.
Yes.
And
So
I think
yeah,
that
if
people,
anyone who
a lot
listens,
of people have
someone,
drums already. So
Yeah, if you
yeah,
have
to
your
someone who
drum.
listens this information and you come with an idea on a space also that maybe you can recommend us. So we are open all the time. We are shooting arrows, and if you receive the arrow, just let us know the second part of the information.
Yeah. And thank you, Justina, again for the questions. Thank you, 𝐶𝐞𝐲.
and thank you,
Yes,
Jessie, for being
asking
with
if the
us
Thank
first
you,
again.
gathering is
Jessie.
in
Thank you
June.
so much.
The first gathering is in June. Yeah, the TEOTLAK from the 17th to 22nd of June.
Yes, it's gonna be the week of summer solstice.
The
So
solstice.
I believe Monday is the 16th. We're gonna have the preparation days because we need to set up the camp and everything, whatever we need to set up. So everybody has to arrive and be at the place over there for the whole week. And then the ceremony itself will start Wednesday. Usually, well, we have the opening Temazcal ceremony, and then we are planting people. Depending on the number of the people, we either start very early in the morning, or we start in the noontime or the afternoon.
Depends the
It
energy.
depends the energy of the day and the people.
I let you know how many pray tithes we have to do this year. Yeah, but remember, you have to bring your tires to your pray tithes done, so we can keep going, because sometimes we have to wait until you finish your pray tithes, and we are waiting.
Yeah, for people who don't know about this, I believe like
Already, the
the next
people who
time
know
we will
about
talk
this,
about all
ask
this,
for the
about the pray ties and about everything, to give more details so everyone knows what we are talking about.
Yeah, we can also make our next talk about TEOTLAK.
Yeah, the
I
next
think that
talk
would be
about
awesome.
TEOTLAK.
Yes.
What is
And
the
I don't know if
meaning?
you mentioned this because my internet was cutting a bit, but the birth of the drum ceremony will be in July, probably the second week of July.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and well, I would like to take an opportunity also to invite people. As I mentioned, I teach in the Sardestan Academy of Dreams how to have lucid dreams and astral travels. And during this summer, also we are planning some retreats and some workshops in Krakow. So if you are around and you would like to learn this as we call it, this natural ability of the human being. And I got the call to invite people as well, because during this week, in one of the courses, there is one guy who is a drummer. And when he had an astral travel, his dream was to, well, his plan was to play the drum. And he was describing how when he was playing, he could feel the sound, not only in all the surroundings, but literally as it was like one heart. And he could see like the waves of the sound over the skin of the drum, and how it was so alive and transforming into water and sound and cymatics. So I felt to share as well that when we have this experience, astral travels, we could see very clear as well this that we are talking about right now, about the consciousnesses of the elements and the direct connection that we have with those. So if someone would like to awaken this experience and to get to know more about this as well, I would leave information about this in this video, and feel very invited to check it out as well.
Yes, and also when you connect with your medicine drum, you have this as a spiritual tool available in your dreams as well. So
Wow.
yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and with the drum, you can open the spaces
Mm-hmm.
in the lucid dream. So this
Wow.
is the practice that indigenous people are doing too.
Mm-hmm.
So we have here like a complete knowledge about it, and yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Oh, wait, Aga. Until the next time.
Yeah, thank you so much for your
Thank you,
hard work.
everyone.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Aho. Mm-hmm.
Aho.
Aho, Wopila.